It's time for another installment of The Musings of My Mind
with Mike Howery.
It's time for a fairy tale. In a land far away, there lived a good and kind, rich and technologically advanced king. This king ruled a vast kingdom, and he was so rich and so good that he gave his peoples lands, houses, cattle, sheep, donkeys. You get the idea. His only request was that everyone in his kingdom pledge their loyalty to him and him alone, which wasn't so hard since he was so good and so rich and so technologically advanced. It was a wonderful place until one day a rebel decided to proclaim himself king. He promised that if they made him king, he wouldn't force them to pledge their allegiance to anyone but themselves, and he would let them do whatever they wanted. Many people took that rebel up on his offer and left the kingdom. They took half the land, half the people, and proclaimed the rebel their king. Then, one day, generations later, the good king, huzzah, returned to that land riding on his electric hybrid car. He stood in the middle of the kingdom and proclaimed to everyone. Yes, he proclaimed loudly enough for everyone to hear. I told you, technologically advanced. In the not-too-distant future, I will return to this land and destroy it. I will kill this rebel king by dropping an atomic bomb on him. Wait a second. Atomic bomb? Yes, remember? Technologically advanced? Think like Web 6.0. Doesn't that kind of ruin the fairy tale feel? This rebel king and the entire countryside will be obliterated. However, he said, pausing for effect, I hereby offer to forgive all in this land their rebellion and any evil deed done while here. If you will repledge your loyalty to me and return to my land, you will not be punished, and you will escape this atomic bomb. Wait a minute. Forgiveness? Yes. Total forgiveness? Yes. For my rebellion and everything else I've done? Yes, I said forgiveness. I meant forgiveness. Please, this part of the story is taking long enough already. Oh, sorry. Wait, I have to pledge my allegiance to you again? No citizen can live in my land unless he pledges his loyalty to me and me alone. Many people in the rebellious kingdom took the king up on his offer and returned to him. They pledged their allegiance to him once again and lovingly thanked him for forgiving them of their terrible rebellion. After all, he was a good king and very technologically advanced. He had like the iPhone 7 or something. However, some of the rebellious subjects did not return. Look, I came here so I wouldn't have to pledge allegiance to anyone but myself. If I go back to you, I'll have to give up on that dream. But I'm going to destroy this land. Yeah, but pledge allegiance to you again? What? Am I such a bad guy? Didn't I give you lands and houses and cattle and sheep and donkeys? Yeah, I get the idea. And you'll be destroyed if you stay here. Some refused to return because they did not think the king had the strength to destroy the land. Some refused to return because they did not think he would do it. Others weren't sure if he existed at all. Others refused because they had no idea what an atomic bomb was. It was pretty technologically advanced. But most refused to return because they did not want to pledge allegiance to anyone but themselves. Then, one day, the king returned to the land with his atomic bomb, and the people cried, Wait, what are you doing? What do you mean? I warned you I was coming. I offered you forgiveness. I offered you houses and lands and cattle and sheep and donkeys. You get the idea. I'm sorry, but the rebel king must be destroyed. Your choice to stay here has sealed your fate. And with that, boom. Wait a minute. How did the king keep himself from getting hurt by the atomic bomb? He was very technologically advanced? God created this world, and he gave it and everyone in it his love. But we didn't like to submit to anyone but ourselves, and so we rebelled and did our own thing. That's what sin is, by the way. God offered us forgiveness if we would only have faith in Jesus Christ and pledge our allegiance to him once again. But many people don't want to do that. Some refuse because they don't think God would send anyone to hell. Others refuse because they don't think he's strong enough to return and destroy the world. Some people refuse because they're not sure he exists at all. But most, deep down, refuse to pledge their loyalty to God because they don't want to pledge their allegiance to anyone but themselves. God warned us that he's coming, and when he does, he's going to destroy this world. Now, I don't think he's going to use atomic bombs, although I guess he could. But the earth will be destroyed, and everyone who's not already a part of his kingdom will be destroyed along with it. And that's no fairy tale. Maybe it's time you take the good king up on his offer and pledge your loyalty to him instead of to yourself.